which includes errors.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, girls. I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In the previous class, where I stopped. Previous class, what was the last topic?
Accounting cycle.
Accounting cycle.
Okay, up to the accounting cycle we have finished. So today I have teaser. Next topic is nothing but the vouchers. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And I remembered ma that I have to give the notes also.
Yes.
I'll give that also. Let me complete this explanation. Then after that I'll give the notes to you.
Notes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Just a minute. I'll start the video.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So coming to the vouchers, I think so. See, general speaking, we know about the voucher. I think so. Everyone knows about the voucher. Voucher. Yes, ma'am. Voucher means what? In your own words, what you know about the voucher? This I'm asking. Voucher.
Receipt, ma'am.
Good.
Which will help
Receipt
for the
of the
discount.
payment.
Very good. Just in simple words, we can say it as a receipt.
Yes.
Okay. So coming to the voucher, usually whenever the accounting transactions are recorded in the books, they will be recorded on the basis of some documents. Means some evidence should be there. It is nothing but the voucher. Again, I am repeating. Voucher is nothing but accounting transactions are recorded on the basis of some source document. That is a voucher. Suppose if there is a no voucher of a transaction, it cannot be recorded because whenever they are recording any transaction, some evidence should be there, some proof should be there. That is nothing but the voucher. That's why whenever in the accounting they will make a record of a transaction, they need the document. It is nothing but some source document should be there. That is nothing but the voucher. Suppose if there is no voucher of a transaction, it cannot be recorded. So coming to the voucher, voucher is nothing but it is a written proof of the transaction which has been taken place. Coming to the voucher, voucher is nothing but it is an written document or the proof of the transaction which has been taken place, and this document becomes the basis of recording the business transactions. Again, I am repeating. Usually, whenever they will make a record of a business transaction, they need some evidence. So your voucher is nothing but it is a evidence. So coming to the voucher, voucher is a written document on the basis of which the recording of business transactions will be done in the accounting. So it is nothing but it is a source for writing the business transaction. That's why this is called as a source document also. So coming to the vouchers, vouchers are classified into two. That is nothing but the supporting vouchers and the accounting vouchers. Coming to the vouchers, vouchers are classified into two. That is nothing but the supporting vouchers and the accounting vouchers. Yes, ma. Any doubt in the voucher? Voucher means what?
Ma'am, voucher means
Document.
Okay, again I am repeating. See, as I said you, whenever they will make a record of the business transaction in the books, they need some evidence, some written proof should be there. On the basis of that, they will make a record in the books. That
ma'am,
evidence is
give example.
like example, see, suppose if you are going for purchasing the dress. Okay, we will go to the shop. What we will do? We'll purchase a dress and that person will give the voucher to us. Receipt he will give to us, no? That how for how much we are purchased. So
Yes.
that receipt is nothing but the voucher. So in the business, whenever whatever the money transactions will take place, so for that they should have some proof. That is nothing but the voucher. Now it's clear.
It's
Proof,
receipt
ma'am,
या
proof.
voucher से
Receipt is not. I'm just have given the example of the receipt. It's not like receipt. Like suppose कभी भी अगर money जा रहा business से या फिर money आ रहा, suppose अब money जा रहा business में से, तो लोग क्या करते हैं business वाले ही क्या करते हैं एक receipt बना के means I'll explain but this after explanation of the supporting vouchers and the accounting vouchers you will get the idea. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Saying what I'm saying, whenever they will make a record of the transaction in the books, they need some proof. उसके लिए प्रूफ रहना चाहिए, तो उसके लिए क्या करते वो लोग, एविडेंस बनाते, लिखित एविडेंस बनाते. ओके,
Ma'am, can we call it as acknowledgement?
या वी कैन कॉल इट एज एक्नॉलेजमेंट. ओके,
Yeah, acknowledgement.
so coming to the supporting vouchers, these vouchers are prepared by the evidence in support of a transactions have been taken place. Again, I am repeating, supporting vouchers are nothing but these vouchers are prepared as evidence to support the transactions which has been taken place. Again, I am repeating, ma. Coming to the supporting vouchers is nothing but these vouchers are prepared as evidence in support of a transaction taken place. Coming to these transactions, again coming to these vouchers, again these vouchers are divided into two, that is nothing but the internal and the external. Coming to the supporting vouchers, again it is divided into internal supporting voucher and the external supporting voucher. Coming to the meaning of the internal supporting voucher, generally these vouchers are prepared by the organization. Internal supporting vouchers are nothing but these vouchers are prepared by the organization and this will be validated by third persons. Again, I am repeating, internal supporting vouchers is nothing but these vouchers are prepared by the organization and this will be validated by the third person. Like example, I'll give here. Challans will be there, no? Challans, I think
Yes,
so.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Chalan.
Breaking traffic rules.
Pay
If
slips.
break the
all
rule, we will get.
These are the example of the internal voucher. Coming to the external voucher. These vouchers are prepared by the third parties and sent to us. Sent to us means these are prepared by the third parties and they will send to the business. Then it is called as a external supporting vouchers. Coming to this here, example is debit note, credit note, invoice receipts. I think so you're having the idea about the debit note and the credit note. These all things you have learned in the first year, inter first year, debit note, credit note. Yes, ma. Debit note, credit note.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So this will come under the external supporting vouchers. The next one is the accounting vouchers. Coming to the accounting vouchers, these vouchers prepared on the basis of supporting vouchers issued by the third parties. Again, I am repeating, coming to the accounting vouchers, these are prepared.
External voucher.
Extraordinary. I did say extraordinary.
External voucher.
External vouchers. These vouchers are prepared by the third parties and sent to the business. These are prepared by the other persons and they will send to the business. For that example, I've given that debit note, credit note. Okay. Then coming to the next one is nothing but the accounting vouchers. Coming to the accounting vouchers are nothing but these are prepared on the basis of supporting vouchers. And this will be issued by the third parties. Third parties means what? Outsiders. Okay. So generally it is prepared by the accountant and it must be signed by the authorized signatory of the organization. And coming to the accounting vouchers, accounting vouchers are classified into two. That is nothing but the cash vouchers and the non-cash vouchers. Coming to the cash vouchers is nothing but this is an evidence of cash payment and the cash receipt. Coming to the cash voucher is nothing but this is an evidence of cash payments and the cash receipts of the business. Like example, we can give here cash payment of salaries, cash payment of rent, cash purchase of goods, cash received from debtors or cash sales. This will come under the cash vouchers. Is it clear, girls? Cash vouchers?
No, ma'am. No.
Again, I'm repeating, coming to the cash vouchers is nothing but these vouchers are prepared whenever they will make the cash payments and the cash receipts.
Ma'am, थोड़ा हिंदी भी ना.
Okay. जब भी वो लोग पैसे खर्च कर रहे या फिर बिजनेस को पैसे आ रहे, वो उसके लिए प्रूफ, जो भी प्रूफ रहता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? कैश वोचर्स बोलते हैं. Like as I have given the example here, this is nothing but purchase of goods for cash. यानी कि अपन goods खरीद रहे पैसे देके, पैसे जा रहे वहां पर. Cash paid for salaries means we are paying your salaries by giving the cash. Okay, like that
Okay,
only.
ma'am.
Receipts also what I said here, cash sales means अपन goods बेच रहे, अपने को पैसे आ रहे. That is nothing but the receipt. The next one is non-cash vouchers. Non-cash vouchers is nothing but these are prepared for credit transactions. These are prepared for credit transactions like credit purchases or credit sales will be there, no? For that purpose, they will prepare the non-cash vouchers. Is it clear, girls? See,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
this is an important topic. Just in the syllabus, it's there. That's why I explain to you. Okay?
Yes.
This is an important topic. Now, next
Okay, ma'am.
topic.
मैम ये इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं थी. दिस इज
No.
नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट.
No.
मगर अच्छा समझ में आया मैम.
Okay.
जो इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं रहता वो अच्छा समझ में आता.
तो इम्पोर्टेंट जो समझ में पूछो, देन ऑलरेडी आई सेड यू माइन द फर्स्ट क्लास इटसेल्फ आई सेड यू कि ये अकाउंट्स है, अकाउंट्स में समझ के लिखे तो अच्छा रहता, इसमें बट्टीफाई करने का नहीं रहता. दूसरे सब्जेक्ट्स में अगर थियरी है उसको बट्टीफाई करके भी आप लिख सकते हैं, लेकिन अकाउंट्स में वैसा नहीं रहता, समझ के लिखे तो अच्छा रहता. इसलिए आई सेड यू कि अगर नहीं समझ में आया यू कैन आस्क मी नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स, नो प्रॉब्लम. Wherever you are not getting, you after explanation you stop me and ask, I will clarify your doubts.
थैंक यू मैम.
Understanding is important. Okay. Now next topic I'm moving. There is nothing but the accounting systems. Already we have discussed about the accounting systems in the first class itself.
Yes.
जब डिस्कस करे थे ना accounting systems के बारे में, that is nothing but it is classifying to do. That is nothing but the single entry system and the double entry system. Single entry system and the double entry
Entry system.
Okay, so what do you mean by single entry system? Already we have discussed that.
Complete record of business transaction.
Actually, this single entry system is not at all a systematic system of recording the business transactions. Under this, just they will take the basis, they will make a basis of personal account, they will avoid the real account and the nominal account. So whenever these two accounts they are avoiding, they don't have the complete information of the business. And usually what they will do under single entry system, just they will make the personal accounts and they will maintain the cash book. It is very easy to understand and to follow, and usually this type of system will be followed in the small scale organizations. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Again, I am repeating, under the single entry system, it is an incomplete system of accounting. Under this, just they consider the personal account. They will avoid the real account and the nominal account, and it is very easy to understand and to follow. Under this account, just they'll prepare the personal account and they will maintain the cash book. Okay?
Okay,
Under
ma'am.
the rules of the double entry system also. The next one is double entry system. This you have to understand. Coming to double entry system, according to this system, every transaction has twofold aspect. It is nothing but one party is receiving the benefit and the other party is giving the benefit. Again, I am repeating. According to this system, every transaction has two aspects. Two aspects यानी कि अगर समझो क्या बोले, what I said you, whenever they will make a record of the business transaction, in that one party is receiving and one party is giving. Suppose if I am giving the example that if I am taking goods purchased for cash, यानी कि क्या, अपन goods खरीद रहे पैसे देके, जब अपन goods खरीद रहे पैसे देके अपने पास क्या आ रहा, goods आ रहे और अपने पास से क्या जा रहा, cash जा रहा. So ये two aspects are there, no? One is we are receiving and one is we are giving. These are the two aspects of a transaction. Am I clear, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
It's called double
Yes,
entry
ma'am.
system.
Yes. So here one party will receive the benefit and the other party will give the benefit. So one party is receiving the benefit यानी कि अपन जब goods खरीद रहे, अपने पास goods आ रहे, तो अपन क्या करें, यहाँ पे अपन goods आ रहे अपने पास और अपन क्या दे रहे हैं उनको,
पैसे दे रहे.
पैसे दे रहे, तो अपने पास से पैसे भी जा रहे. So when we receive something, we give something else in return. मीन्स अपन जो अपने पास कुछ अपन रिसीव कर रहे हैं तो अपने पास से क्या कर रहे हैं, अपन कुछ बाहर भी दे रहे. As I given the example also, we purchase goods for cash also. Similarly, suppose if we sell the goods on credit. Similarly, suppose अपन goods है ना क्रेडिट बेसिस पे बेच रहे, तब क्या होता, अपन जब goods दे रहे तब क्या होता, अपने पास से goods जाते और जो कस्टमर है उन्हें क्या होते, he will become the debtor and he will receive the
Goods.
benefit. Yeah, that is nothing but goods. So this method of writing every transaction in two accounts is known as double entry system. So whenever we are making the record of these two aspects, one is receiving aspect and one is the giving aspect. So when we are recording these two accounts, then it is called as a double entry system. So whatever the two aspects will be there in this, one is called as debit and another is called as credit. Whenever they are making the record of these two, then one is called as debit, another is called as credit. So whenever what we are doing in this, under this, what we are doing, whenever one account is to be debited means another account should be credited. Under this, what we will do means whenever one account we are debiting means another account definitely will credit. And it will show the effect on both, means it will show the effect on two accounts in the opposite direction. At a time, suppose if anything is there, means at a time will not debit the two accounts and will not credit the two accounts. So the basic principle of the double entry system is that every debit, for every debit, there is a corresponding credit of the equal value. Here one example I'll give, like suppose if you are purchasing the goods for cash, let's take the example that 10,000 rupees. Okay. So whenever we are recording the transactions, we should see from the eyes of the business, यानी कि business को क्या आ रहा और क्या जा रहा. जब अपन goods खरीद रहे, अपने पास goods आ रहे. As I said you that goods means in this many commodities will be there. Under goods, many commodities will come. Already we have discussed, no, some articles will be there, some things will be there. So what we'll do, instead of whenever we are purchasing, what we will receive, अपन जब goods खरीद रहे अपने पास goods आते ना, so instead of writing the goods, what we will write? We'll write it as purchase. So this is coming to us. That's why whatever coming will be there, coming aspect will be there, receiving aspect will be there. It will debit. Okay. और अपन जब goods खरीदे अपन क्या दे रहे? Cash दे रहे. अपने पास से cash जा रहा. So that we will credit. So for every debit, there will be a corresponding credit. So when you will write like this, what you will do? The same amount will write, no? Same amount will write or no? So when we are writing here, purchase account and the cash account. Purchase account and cash account. These two accounts are affecting. Yes or no?
Yes,
Purchase
ma'am.
account is affecting, even the cash account also affecting with the same amount. Okay, that's why for every debit there will be a corresponding credit. So whenever they record these two also, then it will come under the double entry system. Usually all the big organizations, they will follow the double entry system only, because whenever they will follow the double entry system, they will have a complete record of business transactions. Am I clear, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am. आप बहुत
for
अच्छा
the
समझा रहे हैं.
advantages of double entry system. Now I'm explaining about the advantages of double entry system. When I'll explain these advantages, clearly you can understand more about the double entry system. So coming to the first one is complete record. So here under the double entry system, we will have a complete record of the financial transactions which has been taken place in the business. Why? Because it records both the aspects of every financial transaction. When the business concern will follow the double entry system, that time they have a complete record of business transactions. Why? Because they will record the two aspects of transactions, two aspects of financial transactions. Am I clear, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
The next one is reliable records. Reliable records is nothing but here it gives the accurate information of amount due and due by the business unit at any time. Again I'm telling about this reliable record. Reliable record is nothing but whenever we are following the double entry system, it gives a accurate information. Accurate means kya? Correct information. Accurate
Exact
exact information that how much amount is due by the business unit to others and how much amount is due from others, means due from various debtors, that we can come to know anytime. Okay. Coming to third one is nothing but the arithmetical accuracy. So here arithmetical accuracy is nothing but testing. Accuracy means what? Arithmetical accuracy means what? Checking. Arithmetical accuracy is nothing but जो भी अपन financial transactions लिखे उसको चेकिंग करने के लिए भी ये मेथड अपने को बहुत यूजफुल रहता है. हाउ वी कैन चेक हियर? अर्थमेटिकल एक्यूरेसी ऑफ द बुक्स कैन बी टेस्टेड बाय प्रिपेयरिंग अ ट्रायल बैलेंस. Here by preparing the trial balance we can check the arithmetical accuracy of the business transactions. As we have discussed that when we'll prepare the final accounts, what we'll do? First we'll write the journal entries. From the journal entries we'll post into the ledger. From the ledger we'll prepare the trial balance. whenever we are preparing the trial balance, it must tally. Tally यानी कि
बराबर होना,
दो भी साइड में
डेबिट
same
क्रेडिट
debit and credit should be same.
इक्वल.
Equal.
So if it is not equal means there is somewhat mistake in the accounts. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we can check the arithmetical accuracy in the arithmetical accuracy also we can check. Coming to the fourth one is nothing but helpful in preventing frauds. Helpful in preventing frauds is nothing but here generally whenever, as I just now I said you that whenever the disagreement of trial balance will take place, disagreement of trial balance is nothing but the BB debit or credit का total same नहीं आता. At time we can prevent the frauds. यानी कि क्या mistake है उसको find out करते ना, the accountant what he will do, he will keep the efforts to see that where the error has been take place, and even it can work well with the help of the internal check system also, because हर transaction के लिए हर एक journal entry लिखे हुए है, वो journal entry क्या करें अपन उसको ledger accounts में लिखे तो उसके हिसाब से क्या कर सकते हैं उन्होंने checking कर सकते हैं. So whenever he is doing like this checking, that time he can prevent the frauds and errors in the business. Then coming to the next one is nothing but helpful in ascertaining the profit or loss. So with the help of the double entry system, easily they can prepare the profit and loss of the business. They can prepare the trading and profit and loss account. When they will prepare the profit and loss account, they can ascertain the profit and loss of the business. The next is helpful in knowing the financial position. So with the help of these accounts, they can prepare the balance sheet. With the help of the balance sheet, they can know the complete picture of the business. That is nothing but they can come to know the financial position of the business. Under balance sheet, what they will do, they will write the various assets and liabilities of the business. The next one is nothing but the ready-made information. Ready-made information is nothing but suppose if the businessman need any information like regarding sales or regarding purchase, or suppose how much profits are there, how much tax he has to pay, so he will have every time the ready-made information. Okay, is it clear?
यस मैम. रेडीमेड इंफॉर्मेशन से ऊपर वाला समझ में नहीं आया.
That is nothing but help in finding the financial position. So with the help of these accounts, they can prepare easily the balance sheet. When they prepare the balance sheet, they can come to know the financial position of the business. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
fourth advantage?
Fourth advantage is nothing but helpful in preventing the frauds. So see, generally suppose here there is a no chance of doing the frauds here. Why? Because for everything they have the evidence. Just now I said about the vouchers. For everything there is a evidence. And what I said you, whenever we are preparing this accounts, that time what we are doing, yes, steps are there. As we have learned about the accounting cycle, पहले अपन जर्नल लिख रहे हैं, उसके बाद में फिर लेजर्स बना रहे, लेजर्स के बाद में ट्रायल बैलेंस बना रहे. तो हर एक चीज के लिए अपने पास एविडेंस है और उसके हिसाब से क्या कर सकते हैं अपन, उसको चेकिंग कर सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे फ्रॉड्स टेक प्लेस रहने का चांसेस नहीं रहते. ओके,
यस मैम.
proceed to the next. The next one is accounting principles. What do you mean by accounting principles, girls? याद है कुछ? फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़े थे ना, इंटर फर्स्ट ईयर में accounting principles.
यस मैम. अगर याद
Yes, ma'am.
Dual entry system.
See, I'll tell about the accounting principles. See, already I said that accounting is a language of business. Again, I'm repeating, accounting is the language of business. To convey the same meaning to all the people, accountants all over the world, they have developed certain rules, procedures, and the conventions. Again, I'm repeating, coming to the accounting is the language of business. To convey the same meaning to all people, accountants all over the world have developed certain rules, procedures, and conventions which represent a view by the professions, and generally these are referred as generally accepted accounting principles. Again, I am repeating, generally accounting is the language of the business. So ये business का जो भी language है वो सबको convey करने के लिए all over world में same रहना चाहिए वो method, बोल के क्या करें उसके लिए थोड़े rules and regulations बनाए. थोड़े रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस बनाए एंड जनरली इट इज रिफर्ड एज generally accepted accounting principles. In short form, we'll call it as a GAAP. It is nothing but generally, what I
Accounting.
said, accepted accounting principle. Generally
Accepted
Accepted
accounting
accounting principle.
principle.
okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So coming to the accounting principles, these accounting principles again classified into two. It's nothing but concepts and the conventions. जस्ट अ मिनट में ऑलरेडी आई सेड कि लेट कोई भी ज्वाइन नहीं होना. फिर देखो अभी 10:30 हो रहा, अभी एडमिट हो रहे. देखो अकीना फातिमा, नाउ शी इज एडमिटिंग 10:30 टाइम. So coming to the accounting principles are classified into concepts and the conventions.
Conventions.
Okay. So coming to the accounting concepts is nothing but these are the assumptions or the conditions upon which the accounting is based. Again, I'm repeating, accounting concepts is nothing but, 1 minute. Okay. So coming to the accounting concepts is nothing but the assumptions or conditions upon which the accounting is based. And there are number of accounting concepts and which are adopted by the accountants. So some accounting principles today I'm going to explain to you. Again, I'm repeating, coming to the accounting concepts is nothing but these are the assumptions or the conditions upon which the accounting is based. So there are number of concepts are there. Out of the few, now I'm going to explain to you. Coming to the first one is nothing but business entity concept. What is the meaning of business entity concept, girls? You are having any idea? You have learned these all things in the inter first year?
Where the business organizations are treated as separate entity.
Good. Good. Just a minute, girls.
Only one aspect is recorded.
Sorry for interruption, girls.
Okay, ma'am.
So, what I'm thinking, like, girls, see, if I'll explain these accounting principles, it will take so much time and conventions also there. So, this topic tomorrow I'll explain. Right now, what I'll do, as you can see, only that 20 minutes left. So, in that, I have to take the attendance and the previous also any notes I have not given. So, first, I'll give some notes to you. Then, in tomorrow class, I'll explain the principles and procedure at conventions. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. First, I'll take the attendance. So the girls from Malakpet, raise your hand. Girls from Malakpet. Girls from Shalibanda, raise your hand now. Down your hands, Malakpet. Down your hand. First, lower your hand, Malakpet girls. Now, Shalibanda, raise your hand. Shalibanda. Girls from Shalibanda, raise your hand. Okay, ma, down your hand now. Down your hand. Now, be ready with your notes and pen. Be ready with your notes. Write down the first chapter name. Chapter 1, Accounting Process. Chapter 1, Accounting Process. Written?
Ma'am.
So in that first one, you write down the side heading as bookkeeping. Chapter name is accounting process and the first meaning I am giving of bookkeeping. First one, bookkeeping. Written side heading as bookkeeping.
Yes.
Under the bookkeeping you write, bookkeeping is the art and science. Bookkeeping is the art and science. Bookkeeping is the art and science of recording, comma, recording, comma, classifying,
Ma'am, there is nothing showing on screen.
I'm only not sharing the screen now.
Classifying.
Ma'am, should we write this in pair notes?
Then what you're doing, what I said, be ready with your books and you should start in the notes I said, no, just now. Okay, ma, I'm starting the video. I'm sharing the notes. See, the first one, as I said you, that bookkeeping is the art and science of recording, comma, classifying, and summarizing.
Can you
Yes,
send this picture in the group?
in the group.
Yes, ma'am, will write. You need not to dictate the whole note.
Actually, whole I'm not giving out of that, which are important points that only I'm dictating to you. This is not available in the textbook. As you can see, I'm following a Jane and Narak textbook. This textbook is different. The textbook content is not there. That's why I'm giving from the other book. I'm not giving the same to you.
Okay, ma'am.
That what is where I'm giving the important notes, that only important points, that only I'm asking you to write the notes. Remaining whatever is there, I'll keep mine the screenshots in the group.
So you underline those points, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mark those points and send the picture to the group.
Okay. First to write down these two. First you write down these two. Bookkeeping and account.
Okay.
So coming to the bookkeeping, till where I said bookkeeping is the art and science of recording, classifying, summarizing business transactions and summarizing transactions.
And summarizing?
Business transactions in money or money's worth.
Repeat one.
Money's worth, money or monies, MONEYS, money is worth accurately and systematically so that the businessman
So that
the businessman may be able to know able to know his profit or loss during a
Able to know or able to move?
KNOW, no. Able to know his profit or loss during a specified period and also his financial position on a particular date. Over.
yes.
Down
Yes,
you write.
ma'am.
Just now I have given the meaning of bookkeeping. Now I'm giving the definition. Right siding as definition. Under that you write. Bookkeeping is a science and art. Bookkeeping is a science and art.
Definition, ma'am.
Yeah. Bookkeeping is the science and art of correctly recording. Correctly.
Correctly.
CORRECTLY. Correctly recording in books of account. All those transactions.
What, ma'am?
All those THOSE. All those business transactions, all those business transactions that result in the transfer of money or money's worth. WORTH, worth. Money or money's worth. This definition is given by Carter.
Given by whom?
Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R, Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R, Carter.
Okay.
Okay, the next you write side heading as accounting. Accounting.
Yeah.
Under accounting, you write meaning. I'm giving the meaning of accounting. Accounting is concerned with the use to which
Ma'am, accounting is
concerned, C-O-N-C-E-R-N-E-D, concerned
With the use to which
Concerned with
the use to which these records, these records.
Ma'am, can you?
Ma'am, repeat once again.
Okay, ma'am. Accounting is concerned with the use to which these records are put their analysis and interpretation An accountant is interested
an accountant
in the relationship
Interested?
in the relationship between the financial results and events
Can you repeat? An accountant is
interested in the relationship between the financial results and the events which have created them.
and the events
Which have created them. Events which have created them. Okay. The main purpose of accounting is to ascertain
the main purpose of accounting
purpose of accounting
is to
ascertain profit or loss during a specified period.
ma'am, profit and loss.
During a specified period.
Ma'am, can you repeat from the accounting is ascertain?
the main purpose of accounting is to ascertain profit or loss during a specified period comma, to show financial position, to show the financial position.
And
See, I'm-
specified period.
See, those are writing slowly. They can see here that I have started the video. You can see your screen. On the screen also I'm showing, no, that you can see and write, not a problem. So I think so up to the specified period, comma, to show financial position of the business. Financial position of the business on a particular date. On a particular date, and to have control over the firm's property. Control over the firm's property. Over?
Yes. Yes,
Next,
ma'am.
now definition of accounting. Definition of accounting.
Yes, ma'am.
Financial accounting is now start the inverted commas here. The art of recording, comma, classifying, recording.
Ma'am, please repeat it.
Again, I'm repeating. Financial accounting is, now start the inverted commas. In the inverted commas, you have to write the art of recording, comma, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money transactions and events
Significant manner.
significant manner in terms of money transactions and events which are in part at least of a
Which are in part?
at least of a financial character.
At least.
Of a financial character. CHARACTER, character. At least of a financial character. And interpreting INTERPRETING, interpreting the results thereof. Now
WF of.
thereof. Now close inverted commas. Now this definition is given by American Institute. This definition is given by American Institute. American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Sorry. American Institute of Certified Public
Certified.
accountant. Certified.
Done, ma'am.
CERTIFIED. Certified. Public accountants. Girls, today these two things are given to you: bookkeeping and the accounting. Yes.
Yes.
Also very important from the examination point. This may ask in the exam for the short. So compulsory you have to learn this. Okay.
Ma'am, we have to
Yes.
practice enough, enough.
Today this much is enough. Now only 2 minutes left. 2 minutes more I can't give. So I said that I'll send the screenshots of this. That time you can write, because many topics have been covered and that much notes means the time will waste. So if I'll keep the screenshots means you can copy in the notes.
Ma'am, we have to take plain notes.
Yeah. For the accounts, you have to maintain the plain notes only.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma? So for today, this much is enough, ma? Okay, ma. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
मैम आप बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for your compliment.
Now, no, class is not there. Any class?
English.
उसके बाद break.
Yes, after that it's break.
Means we have to eat something.
Yes.
Aisha, what happened, beta?
Don't shout. Slowly, slowly. Everyone is sleeping.
Listening.
Today is the first class of English.
Maria Fatima is here. Sorry, Maria Khatun.
My name is Maria Khatun.
Sorry. Many years ago now. आपको भूल के. And Mariam Fatima. Sorry, Fatima.
Today is the first class of English. No, second.
Maria, how much you score in Inter? I think you are on her banner.
The class is there or not? Should we leave?
Is there?
No, it's there actually. Last time also English is joined after 15 minutes. I guess she's having another class, right?
Yes.
उन्हें ये इतना अच्छा इंग्लिश बात करे. टीचर दिख रही.
No, it's me, Sarah.
Hello, ma'am.
I am student.
Student.
Shali Panda.
Hello, girls.
Good morning,
Hello.
ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
You have English class?